Hey, welcome investors to the 40 Finance channel. Today I'm going to go behind the scenes on the SeekingAlpha premium platform. I'm going to show you what my personal 3 favorite tools are features to use on SeekingAlpha. And I'm super excited heading into 2022 because I just joined up with the SeekingAlpha affiliate team. And with that, I'm able to offer you guys a special discount. Details in the link below. And for full transparency, please know that I do receive a commission if you do decide to sign up with that discount link below. But I feel really confident in what SeekingAlpha has to offer, and I'm happy to show you my 3 favorite features that they have right here. Okay, I'm going to start off with the SeekingAlpha news and alerts features, because to me, this has probably been the most helpful thing and well worth the subscription price for a person like me who enjoys reading. Just this by itself is super valuable. And all that sort of starts in the kind of portfolio area. So you can build out different portfolios in here. I'm on this watch one that I named myself, and it just has a bunch of stocks that I'm interested in. And almost all of them have been put in here because I'm particularly interested in receiving certain alerts about these stocks. So in order to do that, once you have your stocks picked out, you go over here to the Manage Alerts, and you have the different ways and the different items that you will receive. So articles are basically opinion-rated articles by SeekingAlpha authors. And then you have more like press wire news type things. And you can see that you can check and uncheck each box, with a firm. If I didn't want to get the news for some reason, but I wanted the articles, I could sort of customize it that way. And then on the delivery side, SeekingAlpha does have an app that works just as well as the website. You can either get mobile notifications. For me anyway, the email's preferred because it doesn't interrupt anything on the phone, and I can just sort of get to it when I feel like it. All right, now I'm toggling over here to my Gmail box, and you can see sort of what this looks like as it comes through, and you can even see which articles I've clicked on here, and some of them I let go, some of them I read. But if we go here to breaking news, anything that says breaking news is basically like a news or a press wire release, right? And anything that says analysis here is more or less an opinion piece from somebody who writes on SeekingAlpha. So if we start here, SOFI and its bulls might just be standing on the cusp of something. So that's great. And obviously in this day and age, everybody wants to get clicks with their headlines. But what's cool about this email feature is they pretty much put the bullet points right in the email. And then if there's enough compelling material in these bullet points, I might actually click over there to the full article. But this gets even better when you're talking about news. So let's see breaking news. Rocket acquires Truebill for $1.275 billion in cash. Rocket is a stock that I actually own, so this is a pretty big news announcement for someone like me. And let's just say that I was out and about at the grocery store or something. I have the 5 or 6 bullet points there that give me everything I need to know right away. Now, if I want to, I can go over directly to the article itself. And as we look at it, there's really not much more here that wasn't already in the email. Sometimes when you get news like this, I do like to go down to the comments just to get a feel for what people think about the move, and they'll go back and forth. And yeah, like all comments, right? Some of them are stupid and some of them are insightful. I will say for SeekingAlpha, generally speaking, this is a personal finance investing platform. And I would say that I've gained some insightful opinions just from reading from the comments on some of these articles. So, when you're investing in a stock or you're following a stock, sometimes the news comes out and you can see what happens to the shares, but maybe you're a little confused, like why did it go up? Why did it go down? The comments aren't guaranteed to be there, but typically speaking, you're going to have a few people on popular stocks chime in with their opinion of the recent news. All right, the second feature that I use a lot is honestly the stock, individual stock pages for each ticker. There is so much information buried within these pages. And in my opinion, it's the most comprehensive look, both from an opinion standpoint and a valuation standpoint, that you'll find for almost any stock out there on the planet. And I'll say that the real value is up here in this kind of sub menu here. So ratings, they have the Seeking Alpha quant rating. Then you can even sort by Seeking Alpha authors, which is the people that write for the site. You can see how they're trending. And then, of course, the Wall Street analysts as well. On the financial side, you get all of the financial statements stacked out. If you're a premium member, I don't even know if there's a limit. It's probably at least 10 years because I've seen this tab go very, very long before for some more established ones. We're on Etsy today, and frankly, I don't know how far back Etsy's financials even go. You get the SEC filings, historical prices, stock splits if they had any, an options look. You know, some of that's common stuff that you see on other sites. Now, on the earnings segment, there's a lot more analysis on earnings in Seeking Alpha than I would say any other site. So one thing that you've probably seen on my channel before is the earnings estimate graphs. And these are super helpful for thinking about, 3 to 5 years from now, or even next year, if you want to go short term, what the valuation would be if Etsy hit certain milestones, right? And I'm pretty sure, like this is an EPS estimate, where would it land for December 2021? I've noticed, I don't want to quote this, I think this is a real-time calculation because I've kind of tested it on some other sites where they were showing other forward PEs that didn't match Seeking Alpha's number. And whatever hand math I did for those, it seemed like Seeking Alpha's math number here was much more accurate than other sites. And it can go out a long way. I don't know how accurate December of 2030 is going to be with one analyst reporting in, but it is there if somebody's put it on the board. Now, beyond just earnings per share, we also have revenue estimates, which is very, very helpful, particularly if you're in growth stocks. So if you need to look at metrics beyond just price to earnings, you got your forward price to sales here. Again, that seems to go out quite a bit. So that's the earnings estimate. I use this one all the time. You guys have probably seen it. The valuation tab, which is really cool the way they cut this up, because they put the sector median in to compare with the stock that you're looking at. So if you go, let's just go to PEG, gap PEG trailing 12 months, Etsy's 0.81, sector median though, 0.14, so their percentage different to the sector is 477%, and they don't have anything on a 5-year average, likely because of where they landed on profitability only here recently. But no matter what sort of valuation multiple or valuation formula you use, it is probably in here. You see you have EV sales, EV EBITDA, price to sales, price to book, price to cash flow, dividend yield. Every imaginable metric is in this valuation tab. Then you go to growth. You start thinking about, where will Etsy be the years going forward. They even assign a grade. So you get the raw numbers, you get the difference to the sector, et cetera, et cetera. That's under the growth tab, which is right here. Same thing on profitability. You get into EBITDA margin, net income, return on capital, net income per employee. All those metrics are in here. And then momentum, and the momentum tab is basically the strength of the stock price. Is it growing or shrinking? And then they have it across different timelines. Now this peers tab, I'm actually going to consider my third favorite feature because it is unbelievable how you can stack stocks up like this. Now by default, Etsy's going to be matched up with other consumer discretionary internet direct marketing retail companies, right? And some of these make sense. Chewy, Wayfair, I'm not sure if eBay does. But the great thing is this little guy right here. We can go in and maybe I want to take out Grab, eBay, and Farfetched. And let's just say that I want to add Overstock, just to kind of come up with something, and Amazon, which is obviously another e-commerce play. And poof, there you go. And it's not just stacking these guys up at a high level. This goes all the way down into all those metrics I showed you earlier. So they have the SeekingAlpha quant factor, which is, their algorithm, which gives letter grades. You have all sorts of trading information, returns, dividends, and then the valuation numbers that I showed you earlier. You can take a look at those across every stock that you've set up here. And it goes across all the other metrics, price to sales, EV sales, price to cash flow. Then you can compare growth levels here. So it's almost like if you were going to be in a stock debate club, right? For example, this would be the screen that I would be on if I was in the debate, let's say for Etsy, and the guy next to me was with Wayfair. Feel like I have all the information I need right here to make my case for and against the stock I was representing. You also have profitability, ownership, what's the float, what's the insider shares, price performance, risk in terms of short interest, EPS revision. So more analysts right now are saying fiscal quarter one, they're moving down their targets for Etsy, while you have 3 moving up. Then you got your income statements, revenue across the board, net income across the board, EBITDA across the board, so on and so forth. You can compare balance sheets. And what's important about some of this is when you read it in a standalone universe. So if you just read Etsy's balance sheet, you could make some assumptions just having that knowledge. But being able to compare, say, Etsy's long-term debt to maybe Wayfair or Overstock makes a big difference in the way that you would probably look at the company, because you would think how these companies have performed over the past 6 or 12 months and compare that to the way you think about how Etsy's performed. And then last down here, the cash flow statement. So cash flow has obviously become a significant metric, certainly over the past couple years. All the information you need across all of the stocks is right here. All right, guys, so those are my 3 favorite tools that I use in SeekingAlpha all the time. I'll have follow-up videos here with full walkthroughs, full reviews, all that stuff. But I just wanted to lead off and show you, man, this platform will be a big part of your life if you do end up joining and signing up for the different alerts, just because it sort of scrubs the news for you. And in my case, it sends it all by email with the bullet points, saves me a lot of time when I'm thinking about stocks. So bottom line, if you're interested in trying out SeekingAlpha, check out the discount link in the description. It does have a 14-day money-back guarantee, so there is no risk. You will get your money back. Reminder that I do receive a small commission, so if you do use that link, I really appreciate it. Helps support the channel. Keep your eyes open for more SeekingAlpha reviews as time goes on. We'll see you on the next video.